Namaste. Good morning. How's everybody today? Thank you for joining me for some gentle stretch and breathe yoga. Let's do some yoga together this morning and make ourselves feel better and have better spiritual and mental health, physical health improved, and just connect with your true self. This is your time for you. What's that? Oh, that's Annie. You got a new circle icon. Okay. Hi, Annie. All right, take a moment to just settle into your comfortable yoga starting pose, which is cross-legged on your mat. Hopefully you're on your mat. If you're not, you can still do some of this in a chair or a sofa. It's better to do something, good morning, than to allow it to just pass by and you don't take advantage of this time. So let's take a moment to close the eyes and work on just connecting with the breath, nothing more. Don't judge yourself, don't critique. Allow yourself to just be and accept this moment as it is. Let's close the eyes and focus on breath. Straighten your back just a little bit more and let those shoulders go back and down. Hi, Annie. Thank you for joining me today. Good morning. So shoulders back and down. Lift that sternum forward and up. Your heart moves up in your body. Bring the hands to prayer pose. Keep lifting through the spine. Keep allowing your shoulders to sink away from your ears. Down, 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 away. And it's amazing how you can sort of transform the shape of your upper torso just by these small movements and small thoughts, really. But let's take the hands overhead and reach up and breathe in. Slowly lift. Stretch tall. Look up, wiggle your fingers, blink your eyes, breathe deep. Exhale, bring it back down to the heart. All right, starting slow now. Let's just straighten out the legs and give the legs a bit of a jiggle. Pull that flesh away from the sitting bone so you can connect your weight down into the earth. Flex your ankles, point your toes. Flex and point a few more times. Let's take a nice gentle forward fold. Release your feet, release your legs, everything loose, wobbly, free to flop your feet outward if you want. We'll just slide our hands towards our ankles, rounding the back and dropping the head. Stay in caterpillar pose for about 3 to 5 breaths. Be with yourself. Allow your neck to be completely relaxed and your head to be completely heavy, falling down. You don't move the weight of your head up at all with any muscular effort. All right, here we go. Caterpillar, soft and slow. Ready, you can walk your hands up your legs and bring the body back up. Let's slide onto our hips, slide onto our backside. All right, allow yourself to just put your arms in a position that's comfortable and be really heavy on your backside, your hips and your shoulders, the back of your head, and of course your feet, the backs of your arms. Bring our attention to the lower back, squeeze the belly in, tilt the pelvis, push the lower back flat against the floor, squeeze the waist in, squeeze the hips in, squeeze the belly button in, squeeze the rectum and sex organs up, the kegel up and in, tight, 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 from the belly button to the knees. Try to keep the pressure you're building in your lower body out of your upper body. Let your upper body be free and light and breathing constantly in and out. that belly button in towards the backbone, towards the spinal column. Keep pushing the lower back hard down into the floor. Push down. Beautiful. You can release and relax now and drop both knees to the left. And we'll just hang out here for a minute. See if you can get that right side of your hip to relax. Up and all the way over to the right, both legs flopped over to the right. Try to relax the left side of your hip, the lifted side. Come up, let's bring them to the chest, arms wrap around the legs, squeeze it in a couple of times and release. Beautiful. Stretch those arms and legs up into the air, circle your elbow, your wrists and your ankles, sorry. Change direction whenever you feel like it. Flex and point, ankles and feet, all the way back, all the way forward. Feel that beautiful stretch. Back the legs and the wrists. Let's hold a flex. Push up with your heels and the heels of your hand by the wrist. Push up vigorously, push up and down, push up and down. Really act like you're trying to reach the ceiling and then come down to push the shoulders and the hips down into the floor. Pick it up and down, up and down, up and down. It's a small movement, but a lot is happening in the shoulders and hips. All right, bring it down and let's bring the hands overhead and bring the feet together with the knees wide, reclined cobbler pose. Awesome. Bring your knees up and cross your right knee over your left. And let's take them both to the right. And back up. Both to the left. And back up. Both to the right. And up. Both to the left. And up. Cross your legs the other way. Now the left knee over the right. And dip them to the right. And up, dip them to the left, and up, breathe in, over we go again, down, exhale, come up, breathe in, and over to the left again, exhale, and bring it up. Beautiful. All right, we're going to see if we can do a little bit of an ab workout now by just lifting the legs and the head. So let me scoot the camera back a little bit and hopefully you can see the whole extension of my head from head to feet. So we're just going to reach our hands as if we're reaching for our toes and bring your feet off the floor about 3 inches. Lift your head up and look at your feet. Keep breathing. Keep reaching. Keep breathing. I know it's strenuous, but we're getting strong with our plank, so we should be able to manage a couple seconds of this toe reach. And bring the legs down. Arms can go wherever feels good. Take a rest. Beautiful. Let's take that right knee and bring it up. Bend the knee and circle it around. Breathe air deep into your hip socket. If you feel like this is difficult for you, make your circle smaller. If you feel like there's restriction in your movement or pain or discomfort or sensitivity, you're certainly welcome to adapt. the asanas that I give you and the exercises that I show you, and make them yours, make them suitable for what you need. And always breathe. Listen to your body. Listen to your inner wisdom. Do what it asks for. That's easy, right? Do whatever's asked. The hard part is listening. Circle around, change direction whenever you feel like it. And we're just going to take this leg across the body for a spinal twist. Lay it on the ground. If the knee hovers above the ground, that's okay. And maybe your arms come out straight from your shoulders like a capital letter T. Your head can look up at the ceiling. It can look in the same direction as your knee. Or you may feel it benefits you to look away and find that end of your spinal twist in the neck. From tailbone going left to the cervical vertebrae going looking to the right. Beautiful. Let's bring that knee up and stretch both legs out, arms overhead, long body stretch. Big, big stretch like you just woke up from a wonderful sleep. All right. Bring up the left knee and bend it. Circle the knee around. Big as possible. If you feel like there's anything holding you back, make your circle smaller. That's not a problem at all. Breathe as you move your knee around the circle. In on one side, exhale on the other side. Breathing in and out. Change direction now and then, whenever you feel like it. Modify as needed. Good. Bring the leg all the way across now. And find your beautiful, perfect, most excitingly, wonderfully relaxing reclined spinal twist. And remember, you can put your head in the same direction as your knee, straight up towards the ceiling. Or possibly you feel like it is nice to look away from your knee. Beautiful. Roll back onto your back. Stretch your arms overhead. Stretch your legs straight out. Big breath in. Really expand your rib cage here. Breathe in through the nose. Expand your rib cage big as possible. Beautiful. Let's roll back up onto a seated position. Are you still with me? Annie and my two Annies. Who else has joined us? Ah, Jane. Hi, Jane. Okay, come back to seated. And let's just take a minute to realign the spine with the hips and the shoulders. Roll your shoulders back over the top to the back. You can put your fingers on your shoulders if you want, or you can just let your hands rest on your knees. Roll your shoulders up and back. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Roll them back. All right, reverse it over the top to the front. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. All right, let your shoulders ride a bicycle. One shoulder at a time, coming forward and the other one going back. And then backwards bicycle, breathe. Nice, very cool. Hands come to prayer pose and interlock your fingers. Squeeze and release. Squeeze in and breathe in. Release, open the hands. Back to prayer pose, bow the head. Press your fingertips together, feel that connection between the tips of your fingers and your thumb. Press them in. Let's interlock the fingers again, but this time push through, invert the hands, round the back, drop the head. Keep breathing. And then lift them overhead, just like that. Straight arms, straight up, elbows straight as you can get. Maybe your ears are being touched by your biceps. That's awesome. Keep breathing. And then lower the hands to the back of the head or the back of the neck, and elbows go way back. Look up through the top of your eyes, blink a lot. All right, keep your hands just like that. And let's dip one elbow down, one elbow up. Don't go too far. It's a little bit stressful on the upper torso here to do this. And you may feel like a stiffness in your back that's activated by this. So don't go too far. Take it easy and just allow yourself to scrunch one waist side and stretch the other. Elbow up, elbow down. Breathe. All right, come back up. Let's stretch the arms straight up again. Breathe in. Exhale, round the back. Look down towards your feet or your hips. Round your back and really stretch your hands way forward. Reach forward. Beautiful. Bring those hands back together. Thank you so much. I'm getting so much positive energy from you guys today. I feel like we're really on the same wavelength, so that's so wonderful. Let's come up onto our knees, sit on the heels, the hero pose. Nice and tall through the torso, and just allow yourself to sit on your heels. If this doesn't work for you, you can always put a pillow under your rear end, or a pillow under your knees or in the crook of your knees underneath, as you like, or maybe not a whole pillow underneath your knees, but just a folded towel. Just a little bit of aid. And if it doesn't work for you at all, it's okay to stay on your hips. Bring your hands to prayer pose. Push it up, breathe in. We're going to bring the fingers all the way to the floor, tracing your aura or your imaginary aura as you like, down to the floor. Turn your hands palm up and breathe in, lift. And come to the heart, exhale, bow the head. Push it up, breathe in, lift the face. Exhale all the way to the floor. Back up, breathe in. And come to prayer pose in front of your heart. Bow your head. Beautiful. Bring your right hand to the floor next to your feet. And we're going to bring the left hand up for the ceiling. And if you want, you can move your hips off of the center of your heels off to the side and stretch over. So you can stay on your heels and stretch straight up, or if you're seated in an easy pose, you can stay right up, or you can accentuate that stretch. And then come back up, both hands out to the side, reach them up, breathe in, come to your prayer pose. Let's Let's bring the left hand down to the floor by the feet. And reach the right hand right up, straight up from the shoulder. And if you want to accentuate the stretch, bring the hips off of the heels a little bit and stretch over. And then realign, hands come up, out to the side and down. Exhale, bow the head. Breathe in, lift the hands. Hands to prayer pose, bow your head. One more time, nice and slow, very mindful of what you're doing. Awesome. Let's find a nice straddle. Come onto your hips. Bring your legs out in a nice semi-wide straddle. And again, pull the flesh away from your sitting bones. If that suits you, take a moment to flex your ankles and point your toes. Then relax your feet. Put your hands right on the inside of your knees and push your legs so the bones rotate in the hip socket. And the toes will kind of flop outward a little bit. So push out. And then allow to flop in, push out, allow to flop in, push out, and see if you can hold them out. Your feet can be relaxed or flexed or pointed, anything you want, but try and keep the leg bones flared out a little bit. We're going to put the hands on the floor and allow ourselves to find a little bit of a flexibility in the elbows, pushing down, lowering down, pushing back up. So it feels a little bit like a push-up, but it's obviously not anything like a push-up. But your hands and arms are kind of moving in the same way that they would during a push-up. And we're just exploring our flexibility very gently of the inner thigh and the inner groin area. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Don't overstretch. Don't go too far. Be patient with yourself. If you want, you can always put a pillow down in the middle to support you, as we're going to stay down for just a moment here. And if you want, you can put your elbows down to support you. And then push back up. And let's sit nice and tall again. Reach the hands straight up, straight back. Push those legs out a little bit, not out, but like the rotating bones that I was showing you before, where the knees point up towards the ceiling and not forward. Reach those hands straight up, breathe in. We're going to take the right hand down and swoop it underneath the belly and come over, ear towards the knee. Lift up and cartwheel the hands all the way around and go the other way. Come up, spin it around. Lean over. Come up, spin it around, lean over. All right, let's go back to the center, hands to the floor. Push down, push up. Lower down, push up. Lower down. And push up. We're going to stay down. You can go on your elbows or on a pillow or stay just like that. Take a moment. Just stay with your breath here, relaxing your breath, relaxing your feet, relaxing your toes. Let that softness and heaviness extend up the legs towards the hips, through the knees, through the thighs, through the hips. And then we're going to push halfway up and walk the hands over to the right leg. One hand on either side of the knee. Bow your head over your right knee. If you want, you can reach your hands towards your toes or your ankle. hands to either side of the knee. Push yourself halfway up. Walk back to the center. Let's do 5 down and ups. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. 2 more. Down. Stay down for a moment. Come halfway up. Walk your hands over to your left knee, one hand on either side of the knee. Bow your head over the knee. Reach your fingers towards your toes if you want to. Hands to the floor, halfway up, and walk it back to the middle. Down and up. Down and up. Beautiful. Down and up. Let's see if we can stay down in our most extreme spot. Try to relax your inner thighs, your groin, your legs, your feet, your knees. Now that we've been patient, maybe you can go a little deeper into your stretch if you feel like you want to and your body wants to. You can go a little deeper into your stretch because we've been patient. So just gently, maybe 1/2 inch down deeper into your stretch. How we doing? Good? Let's come out of this straddle and reverse the wide openness with some extra closedness. So we're going to take the legs in and crisscross them in a new way. Maybe it's not new because you've been with me, but it's not the regular cross-legged. So your lower leg goes back, the knee goes forward, and the heel goes back by your right hip. The upper leg can come across so the knees are stacked vertically, and both heels come back by the hips. And then once you're in this position, more or less, let's try and sit tall with both your hips equally weighted down. Chances are you've got one that's a little lifted, and that's okay. But just think about keeping them balanced. Don't allow yourself to lean over when you don't need to. Let's rest our hands on our feet, toes, fingers on toes, palm of the hand on the sole of the foot. Sitting tall, shoulders go back, top of the head rising up. Let's take those hands behind the hips and interlock the fingers. Squeeze the arms straight and let those shoulder blades really get a good squeeze here. And then release and give yourself a hug. Walk your fingers back behind your shoulders if you can. And feel free to sway a little bit like you would if you were really giving somebody a nice big hug. So we got for me, I have my right leg on top and my right arm on top. So when I come out, I'm going to try and do it the opposite way. Keeping the legs like they are, let's put the left arm on top this time. Walk the fingers back. And a little sway is always good. And then return to your hands on feet, stillness and balance pose. Let's rock back on our hips, put the hands behind for support, and swing the legs around the other way. Hands rest on feet. Quieten the mind. balance in the body. All right, hands behind, interlock the fingers, squeeze the arms straight as much as you can. If you can't do that, just squeeze the shoulder blades back as you push your hands back behind the body. Breathe deep. And release. Bring the hands forward. This time the left hand or opposite hand on top first. And a sway. Notice which hand is on top. Open wide. Crisscross the other way. Give yourself another hug. And we're going to bring the elbows straight up to the forehead now. Bring them just as they are. Up, 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 up. And open like a blossom full, opening up. Beautiful. Let's get up onto hands and knees. How we doing? Arch your back up and drop your head. Sway your back down and pick your head up. Cat and cow. Don't forget to involve your tailbone. Let it reflect whatever your face is doing. So drop the head, drop the tailbone. Arch the back up. Pick the head and tailbone up. Arms sway the back down. We're going to just sink back to pose of a child. You can either do standard or wide-legged as you like. I'm going to do wide-legged, but it's up to you. Walk your hands way forward. Forehead comes down to the floor, or possibly your side of your face comes down. And rise back up, and a few more cat and cows. Make sure you reestablish your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Excuse me. So let's get ready for our plank challenge today. We're already in table position, so we're ready to go. Coming up onto hands and knees. I'm going to use my clock here because I don't have my watch with me today. 40 seconds is our goal today, isn't it? Are we going up to 50 today? Let's go 40 today. 40 is a lot. All right, are you ready? And begin. That's 10 seconds for 1/3. No, that's not right. That's 20 seconds. We're halfway there. That's 30 seconds. Okay, I'm going to go an extra 5 seconds. If you're down, that's okay. Stay with me. And knees down. All right, that was 45 seconds. Is that better? Let's do 45 seconds this week. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Let's do What have we not done? Let's do our hamstring stretch. Let's do a side hamstring stretch today. So go ahead and find yourself. Come down for side resting pose, also known as the fetal position. You can have your head rest on your shoulder. Knees are bent and stacked, feet are stacked. Upper hand rests on your hip. Head rests on your shoulder or your arm or a pillow. If you've got a pillow and you want to use a pillow, certainly fine. All right, stretch your top arm, stretch your top leg, reach through the heel, pick them up together, reaching up, breathe in and down, all the way down. And I just find I'm hitting the table, so let's try it this way. Reaching up and slowly down. Now what I want you to do is match your breathing to your leg and arm movement. So completely in synchronicity, breathing in, we lift, and let your leg and arm go as high as they want, without judging, without comparing yourself to me or anybody else. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, come on down. Three more, just like that. Super slow, super connected to your breath. Let's go one more here. That's one. Now we'll go number two. And this is number three. We'll stay up. Stay up. Bend the knee down and the hand and the arm down and push them up. Bring them down and bring them up. Bring them down and up. Bring them down. Grab onto your big toe with your two fingers, your peace sign. Grab onto the big toe, and as you straighten your leg, let it go as far as it can. Maybe it goes all the way straight, maybe it doesn't. That's okay. This is for you to find your range of motion. And if you can, pull the leg a little closer towards your face, towards your ear, and then back to vertical. Bend the knee, come back to side resting pose. Hand rests on hip. Let's bring the hand to the floor in front of the chest. Bring that top leg out. Kick it forward and back. Forward, kick it back. Kick it forward, kick it back, and forward, and back. Bring that knee to the front of your chest and put it on the floor. Take that bottom leg and stretch it out all the way flat. Bring your shoulder, your upper shoulder, and your upper elbow and reach them way back. And allow the body to roll onto your upper back. It's a different kind of spinal twist, a little bit more extreme than what we did first thing this class. And then bring your hand back across. Find the floor in front of your chest. Push and realign your knees back to fetal position. And hand rests on hip. Okay, so we're going to do that again, but we'll flip it around on the other side. So let's switch sides. I bet you beat me there, huh? Took me a while to get sorted out. Okay, so we're going to take the top arm reach, top leg reach through the heel, inhale and lift. Exhale Slowly control down to the floor. Breathe in and lift up. Exhale, drop it down. Slow and controlled, completely synchronized with your breathing. This should be a meditative moment for you. Turn inward. This comes from the Tibetan tradition of yoga, and they do it for a long time, just working on synchronicity of movement and breath. We don't have that kind of time this morning, but I would invite you to explore it on your own. Let's do 3 more, slowly up and down. This time as we go up, we're going to stay up. Bend the elbow and knee, bring it down, reach up, down, and up. Bring it down, reach it up, and down, and up. Go down, and up. Bring it down. Grab onto your big toe with your 2 fingers, your peace sign fingers. And stretch that leg up and hold. If the knee is still bent, don't worry about it, that's fine. Hold and breathe. If you feel like you can and you want to, you can put a more extreme stretch into your leg by pulling the arm towards, pulling the leg towards the ear. And then we'll reach it back up, and we'll bring it back down to resting. Okay, let's find the floor in front of the chest. Put the hand there for a little support. Take that top leg, kick it forward, kick it back. Kick it forward and back. Up and out, forward and back. All right, bring it forward. Bring that knee forward to the chest. Find the floor. Put the knee on the floor right in front of the chest. Take your bottom leg and stretch it out. And then the shoulder reaches back. Wonderful spinal twist. Wonderful time to breathe deep. Allow yourself to luxuriate and find that pressure release, that stress release in the body. Okay, beautiful. Let's come back onto our tummy. So allow yourself to be heavy on the floor. Arms can be wherever is comfortable. Bring your forehead to the floor and relax everything in your hips and legs and feet. Tuck your elbows into your waist, hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your toes together, straighten your legs, and let's get ready for a low cobra. Tighten up your belly, tighten up your buttocks, protect your lower back, forehead to the floor, elbows tucked in. Good. Okay, we're going to bring the forehead to the floor, then the nose, then the chin, and then pick the face up. After you pick your face up, see if you can find some strength in your back to lift your shoulders a little bit. Don't push with your hands. Your hands are not really involved at all. Lift with the forehead up. Squeeze the buttocks. Lift a little higher. Keep breathing and slowly come down. Shoulders down, chin, nose, forehead, and relax. All right, get ready to try low cobra again. Align your shoulders and your fingers under your shoulders. Forehead on the floor. Push the legs together, squeeze the legs together. Protect your lower back. Squeeze your belly in. Forehead, nose, chin. Face comes up, shoulders rise. Strengthen the back. Lift the torso up. Keep breathing. When you're ready, slowly sink down. Chin finds the floor, nose, and then forehead. And take a relaxing breather. And let's get ready for high cobra. Now, if you don't want to do a more intensive cobra, just do another low cobra. The only difference is that we're going to push with our hands a little bit at the end. So we start exactly the same. Forehead on the floor, legs squeezing together. Forehead, nose, chin, head up, shoulders up. Stay here if you want. If you want to try high cobra, just push a little bit. Keep your elbows bent though. We're not going to straighten the arms. Squeeze the buttocks. Get those shoulders away from your ears. Breathe deep. And let's lower down. Belly button, sternum, chest, shoulders, chin, nose, forehead. Take a breather. Hands under shoulders, push yourself back up to table position. Arch and sway a few more times, cat and cow, just for Audrey. And let's move side to side. Come back to a flat table. Look around your shoulder for your hips, stick your hip out. Look around the other way. Moving, lots of movement. Come back to the center. Turn your toes under and let's do our downward dog. Lift the hips up. Walk your feet to that perfect place. Push your hips up and back. Drop your head between your arms. Take your dog for a walk. Lift one heel at a time. Let's come up on our toes, both heels up. Push the hips up and back. Drop the head between the arms. Drop your heels slowly down. And then walk your feet a little closer to your hands. Walk your hands a little closer to your feet. And just allow yourself to hang in ragdoll. You can crisscross your arms, fold your arms at the elbows, swing your arms. And take your hands and lay them on the floor, palm up, outside of your feet. Release your neck, let your head hang. Bend your left knee, bring your weight over your left foot. Straighten up that leg. Bend your right knee. Let your weight transfer over to your right foot. Relax your neck. Let the head hang. Straighten both legs. Hands to the floor, palms down. Move your hips like a figure 8. direction, go the other way around your figure eight. Beautiful. Let's put most of our weight on our feet, bend the knees, a nice strong deep bend. Hands come to the knees. Push yourself up. And take a moment to stand tall in mountain pose. Stretch tall and roll your shoulders back. Bring your sternum forward and up. Arms just hang. Shake your hands. Let's bring the hands out to the side and up. Breathe in. Stretch tall. Reach up. Breathe in. Expand your rib cage. Push your feet down into the floor. Reach your fingers up into the sky. Breathe. Find your hands in prayer pose over your head and slowly bring it down. Take one step forward with your left foot and bend that knee in front. Keep the back leg straight. Circle your hands backwards, like you're doing the backstroke. Now forwards. Take both hands down to your hips and bring them back. Sweep them forward and step forward. Reach up, step back, and circle your arms back. So now the right foot is in front. And let's go forward over the top. Breathe deep. Both hands sweep back. Step forward, reach up. Mountain pose, coming down. Let your arms hang. Make sure your heels are under your hips, toes pointing forwards. And we're just going to bend the knees a little bit and straighten up. Bend the knees down and straighten up. Bend it down, straighten up. Bend it down, straighten up. All right, standing straight, put your hands on your hips. And all your weight on your right foot, let the left foot hang out. I want you to really feel the weight of your body in your right hip, and maybe in your right knee, maybe in your right ankle, maybe in your right ball of your foot and heel. Allow the body's weight to go all the way through the leg to the floor. And then slowly realign and stand on both feet, arms out to the side and up. Breathe in. Prayer pose down. Hands on hips, all the weight on your left leg, right leg hanging out, no weight on your right leg except the weight of itself. The leg itself will go down to its foot. But all of this body, all of the upper body and the left leg are in the left leg, going down to the toes and the ball of the foot, the heel, the knee, the hip. Allow your weight to sink into that hip. Don't resist it. Feel how that feels. It's amazing how much we resist allowing ourselves to feel those kind of things. All right, hands still on hips, straighten up, both feet have weight. Bend, let's bring the feet a little bit farther than the hips. Bend the knees just a little bit and circle your hips around as big as you can. Breathe. And go the other way, circle it around, breathe. Nice. Come back to standing tall, heels under hips, hands hang. Roll your shoulders back, bring your forehead, bring your sternum forward and up. And then wiggle your fingers, feel the life in your hands, lift and breathe in and bring one knee with the hands up and push it down. Exhale. Other leg up, bring it up, push it down. Bring it up, lift up. All right, now we're going to kick and flick. Kick forward and flick your fingers. Kick, 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 kick. Bring the energy up. Kick harder, harder. Kick and flick. Fingers and heels. Forward we go. 2 more on each side. 1 more. Okay. Coming back to standing tall. Let's put the feet a little bit forward and aft, so you can sway back between your forward left foot and back right foot. Find the center, bend the knees, and let's put in like we're sawing a log. Take your hand, saw in your hand, and the other hand can stay on the knee or the thigh. So we're squatting down a little bit. We have some weight in our knees and heels, and we saw. I want you to put a lot of strength into this movement and bring it back as hard as you push it forward. So you're really using your shoulder, your tricep, and your torso. Pick up some speed if you can and you want to. Three more. Shake it out. Other leg comes forward, other leg goes back. Get some bent knees, bent hips, hands on the front hand, the right hand on the front thigh. Left hand grabs the saw, bring it back, push it forward. Back hard, forward hard. Slow it down. Stand tall. Feet under hips. Reach it out and up. Breathe in. Find your prayer hands. Bring it back down to your heart. And return to seated. How you guys doing? Thank you for being with me today. Looks like Annie stayed with me the whole time. I'm not sure about the rest of you, but I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Every time you tune in to do yoga with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock St. Martin time, I am just filled with love and joy and gratitude. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing it for me, but mostly thank you for doing it for yourself and letting me be a small part of it. And if you want to do some live yoga and you're in St. Martin and you want to join me for my actual person-to-person sessions, you can come to Joga. That's in Simpson Bay, across from the movies. Right on the lagoon. We have a beautiful porch there and a beautiful yoga facility. So I'm there 7:30 on Saturday mornings and Monday mornings at 8 o'clock. And if you wanted to part in any of the other classes that they have there, they have Pilates, they have dance, and a lot of various kinds of yoga. Yoga for pregnancy, yoga for little kids, everything. And of course I focus mostly on the seniors and those that have issues that they need to work on, that they're maybe not able to do a lot of strength and balance. So, you know, everything you could possibly want is available there, and I hope you'll take advantage if you feel safe and you want to. Otherwise, keep joining me here on Facebook for the live sessions that I do every Tuesday and Thursday, and join me to do classes whenever you want. The previous classes are all on the page. You can just scroll down and pick one from a year ago or a week ago, as you like. So thank you so much, and once again, I wish you my most sincere namaste from my heart to yours. Have a great day.